Okay, so this is my Digipack front cover. I've really built on my skills from last year. I'll just show you some of the stuff that I've done. And I did this really quickly, made it into Photoshop, the document that I've made. And I used DaFont for text and PicMonkey for editing the overall image. So there's my final piece. Okay, so this is Movie Plus, and this is what we've used to edit all our filming on and create the final piece. It isn't something that we did in AS, so it was all new, and everyone in my group was inexperienced in this when we first started, but I feel like we all know what we're doing in this now. So I'll just show how I've done this. So this is an immediate example piece. So this is some footage. You can easily trim any. You can make it. You can make a piece longer than it is, stretch it almost, slow it down, speed it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim it. So I'm going to trim a tiny bit, so we're going to have a couple of seconds worth. So I'm going to put that into the video. You can see that it's absolutely tiny. So what you can do then is stretch that, drag that in, it's a bit longer. You put that next to that and you play it. So I've slowed that down, so that would have been like really slow motion. It's dead easy to trim, and you can see where you are on your timeline. You can put little flags, markers, and it tells you. So we did that like on the beat of the music. We put markers on, so we knew that we needed to change scenes or do something, or it was a memorable bit in the song that we really needed to focus on. So this is what we've used to do all the editing on. Everyone in my group have done an equal share in editing, and we all understand the program and how to use it. So something else that I've used is like a slideshow application called SlideShare. And as well as this, I've used another slideshow application which helped create a really creative and fun slideshow with almost like a mini film, and it had music, and that was more, you created it on their site than SlideShare, which is you create it on PowerPoint and then you put it on to SlideShare. So so I use that for my planning and research. So something else that I've done this year that I had no experience in last year is called Pixton. It's a comic strip creator, and it was for a storyboard, and it was quite time consuming to do, but I felt like because I did so many of them for the storyboards that my skills really developed into this area, and it isn't something that I've ever done before, especially in AS, so my skills really developed in this area. You can see how to do it in that little video. But yeah, I do feel like I've got a new skill now from doing the storyboards. So something else that I've done for A2 is voice recording, and I got an industry standard voice recorder. and I talked about my evaluation, my analysis, and I uploaded it onto Prezi, which is this one, for my evaluation. And I've also done a focus group for planning, for research, and I've also done some some of my ideas for planning. So yeah, I felt like that was a bit more creative than doing a like essay type thing. So I think overall my skills have really developed in Photoshop. I really know my way around it, and I'm really confident with using it. And I'm happy that I've built up some of my skills on like Prezi and Blogger and Pixton, and I have learned a lot of things in A2 that I wasn't comfortable with in AS. So in conclusion, I feel that I've really developed with my technology skills, and since AS I have got skills in these areas which I think will be really helpful. Okay, so I used Quark Express last year to create my magazine. I found it really difficult, and it did take a lot of learning. So this year I used Photoshop, which I found really easy, and my skills have really developed from AS. And I've come away from Quark Express and I've moved on to Photoshop, which I feel is more relevant to the media industry. As well as this, I've used PicMonkey to help create the effects that I have created. I've used a program called Powtoon, and it's really interactive with the audience, and it gets them engaged, and it's a bit more fun to watch than some more viewer things that are out there. And you can create really fun presentations with them. So I'll just show some of the things that you can do with it. So I'll play this from the beginning because it's already been pre-made for me. So I've used this in my evaluation for my third question for feedback. I've used this for my feedback for question 3, and you've got loads of little things that you can add to it and make it really interesting. And my evaluation, I've used this for my evaluation, and I feel like it has created a presentation that is more fun than more like an essay would have been. I've also used Padlet in my planning and research. So it's basically making a mini blog that you can put within like Blogger. So I have used this in my planning and research, and yeah, so compared to last year, this work is a lot more creative, and I haven't really done something like this in my AS work. So yeah, I would argue that I have improved my technology skills this year. So you can create a wall. And you can add pictures. So title media. So here's my evaluation. So it's basically creating a blog which then you can almost upload that to, which you can add to Blogger, and it's just a bit more creative than having block texts in an actual Blogger. So as well as this Blogger, I have improved my blogging skills. Last year's I did do quite a lot of block text, which I haven't done for A2. So I've done that through using Prezi. So Prezi was a really creative way of presenting what I'm trying to like say. So this is my evaluation that I've done, and yeah, it's basically just a fun way of having a slideshow, and it is I feel more exciting than having block words. And there's sound with this as well, but I'm not going to play that. So this, compared to last year's evaluation, is really, I feel, I've really been creative with what I've done. Last year, I did similar things, but I don't think anywhere on the level that I've done it this year. So I do feel like I've been more creative with what I've been doing. SurveyMonkey, that's one thing that I've used for my research. So this is one of the things that I've done to do my research to get feedback. So I've got 11 total responses for my evaluation question 3. So you can see it's really easy to design, it's really easy to share. You can post it on all social network sites, and it's just a link. And I put my link on to YouTube. And there's also one thing that I've used that I didn't use last year. So it is really easy to upload a file and put that onto any sites, because it's just a simple link. And we've put our first cut onto YouTube, as well as our evaluation piece, as a final piece. So our first cut is on, and people can comment and like and rate it. We've got 26 views for the first cut. And YouTube isn't something that my group have worked with before. Like, we didn't do anything to do with YouTube in AS, so this is a new skill that I've learned. And it is really easy to edit, and it is dead easy just to fiddle around with it and get it how you want. That's it. Dead simple.